My name is Shartajeye Wright. I have the honor and the privilege to serve as Miss Texas Southern University 2011-2012. Join me on my journey toward greatness as I introduce to you my passion for being Miss TSU, greatness. Today I will actually present a presentation to you to basically explain some of the things and maybe a little biographical information about me so you can further understand some of my passions here at Texas Southern University. So this presentation will cover my dream, the mission, and the role of Miss Texas Southern University. Also the purpose, which is my platform, and community involvement and bridging the gap, which you will further know and have a better understanding of what it is. All right, the dream. All right, getting to know your Miss TSU. As you can see, I have a picture here, but there's far more depth beyond the picture. I knew as soon as I set foot here on the campus of Texas Southern University, I wanted to make a difference and a significant difference to where I'm able to change the climate and the environment here at TSU. So let's get a little bit of biographical information. My name is Shartajeye Wright. I am a proud native of the great Dallas, Texas. As you can see, go Mavericks. And I also have a sibling. I have a younger brother who is actually 16. And we get along really great, and I love my family. Actually, my mom is my best friend. All right. My classification, I am a senior. I'm a biology pre-pharmacy major. I also have a minor in speech communications. I love speeches, as you can see. I think it's a better way for me to really interact with my peers and also to be able to portray and give some type of information. My career goals. I plan to attend the illustrious Texas Southern University Pharmacy School once I graduate with my biology degree. And eventually I would love to go into research to where there's a further understanding as to why medications have a certain effect on the African American psyche. So I think it's quite interesting. Hopefully, if God says the same, I'll be able to do that. Alright, I know this is quite long, but this is one of the reasons why I wanted to run for Miss Texas Southern University. For one, let me just go ahead and just get a clear understanding of what it truly is. I am the ambassador for the institution. So I travel, I go out of state, I go and compete on the national level against other historically black college queens. I also, I implement my platform here. I do a lot of community service events. I'm basically the face of the institution. So when I took upon this responsibility, I knew that that crown was heavy. And trust me, it is heavy. But I really enjoy myself, and I enjoy the fact that I'm actually making a difference, not only within my peers, but for the next generation. Kenneth Hildebrand said something that was quite dynamic, and he said, strong lives are motivated by dynamic purposes. I know that I have a dynamic purpose here on my campus and within my life. Texas Southern University exemplifies a special purpose institution of higher education, specializing in urban programming. Texas Southern University exists to educate beyond racial limitations as a premier historically black college and university. As a student, I contribute toward the dynamic purpose of Texas Southern University, was founded upon. My sincere desire is to serve my fellow peers, which compels me to contribute in a wider spectrum as an element under the TSU umbrella, ultimately sustaining the TSU legacy. As an active student leader who thoroughly supports the initiatives of Texas Southern University, I understand the importance of maintaining scholastic integrity. As Miss Texas Southern University, I sincerely want to contribute in fulfilling the vision of TSU's dynamic purpose. During my reign as Miss TSU 2011-2012, I will continue to build on the TSU foundation by supporting the initiatives through planning and providing programs, bringing my platform, which is Project Greatness, into fruition. A lot of people, that was a mouthful, I know, but a lot of people want to have a better understanding. What is greatness? What is Project Greatness? Well, we shall learn. I also, before I get into greatness, I just wanted to kind of give you another explanation as far as constitution-wise, what is my responsibility. But of course, the things that I do is far beyond some of the expectations I have here. But just briefly, I do have to maintain a certain GPA, which is like a 2.5 or better. Of course, you will want to have better than a 2.5 GPA, but that is the absolute minimum. If you want to achieve greatness, you have to go beyond the 3.0, which I've had the opportunity to do so. I also represent with my Royal Court. I am a part of the Executive Office of the Student Government Association, and I attend a lot of meetings and basically establish and maintain my platform, which we go into detail. Project Greatness. All right, one of my favorite quotes: there are countless ways of attaining greatness, but any road to reaching one's maximum potential must be built on the bedrock of respect for the individual, a commitment to excellence, and a rejection of mediocrity. That is one of my favorite quotes, because in order to achieve greatness, you have to reject mediocrity and actually push forward and achieve excellence, which Texas Southern University's motto is excellence in achievement. Alright, so what is greatness and how we will be able to attain it? My theory is that in order to achieve greatness, you have to have a healthy mentoring relationship. What I've noticed here on the campus is that there are a lot of people who just don't know. They don't know how to register for their classes. They don't know how to matriculate through the university. And most of them are non-traditional students and first-generation college students. So if your parents don't know, they just know that you need to go to college. But they don't know the actual steps it takes to be a successful college student. So therefore, it's quite important to have a strong mentoring relationship. And one thing that I do ask and share with my mentees is for them to kind of see through their mentors something that you aspire to be within the next 5 years. So if you have that mentoring relationship, you must see your goals and your dreams within that person. Also, we want to focus on being great from within, great at Texas Southern University, and greatness externally as a future alumni of this historically black college. Alright, what is greatness? Greatness is actually an acronym, and it's growing rapidly, excelling academically, trying new endeavors through the steps of success. In order for us to really aim for that, we have to have a mentoring component, which I mentioned earlier, and I want to also focus on the Total Woman Initiative. Alright, mentoring. I'm a queen where home is where the heart is. I feel like if I cannot change the dynamics here on campus, what's the purpose of me actually going out into the community? I want to be able to say that I was here at TSU and I made a significant difference within my peers here at TSU, because then when we deal with the foundation of the issue, we'll be able to be dynamic leaders within our community. So therefore, I do a lot here on campus, so just to be a little bit more versatile and to be more visible here on campus. For instance, I'm working with a new mentoring initiative that's campus-wide called the Joshua McMackle Tiger Project, which is actually something that started maybe about a year or so ago, and it's in remembrance of a student called Joshua McMackle, who happened to pass away while he was a student here at Texas Southern University. I believe that if he would have had maybe that mentoring or that strong mentoring relationship to help him kind of matriculate through the crowds of trying to figure out who he was hanging out with, who he was as a young man, that he would have been a very successful young being. But now we'll be able to build on his legacy and to kind of teach other students based off of his story how important it is to have a healthy mentoring relationship. Also, I work with the new Urban Academic Village, which is a new program we have here, where we have a lot of freshmen who are actually living on campus within one community. They have people who are working with them, upperclassmen, and they also have like a tutoring center as well as just a small apartment complex where everything is in one vicinity, and they're able to kind of go back and forth and converse and have a better understanding of what college life is, and hopefully they will commit to graduating from here in 4 years. I also have my heart, and it's actually the first mentoring initiative by Miss Texas Southern University, and hopefully after my reign it will continue to move on as a official organization of Texas Southern University, and that is called Miss TSU's Crown Jewels. And I will go a little bit more detailed about something that